Hello, 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 hello. It is time for some looks with the Nomad Haunted Europe. Yes, I am so excited to get into using this and seeing how these colors look and creating some fun looks with these so pretty colors. Yay! Okay. Hello everyone, welcome back. If you were returning, if you are new, my name is Stacy. This is Stacy Lee Beauty, and on this channel I like to combine my love of all things beauty with my love of researching and finding out some fun facts. So if you want to learn a little bit of fun facts with what brands or products I'm using, that sounds interesting to you, I hope that you will consider hitting that subscribe button if you haven't already. And let's get into this. Nomad is cruelty free, and this palette retails for $44, and right now they are doing a pre-order. There is 18 shadows. Look at this cover. Can you see? I am totally drawing a blank of what those are called when they switch like that. Isn't that just awesome? So neat. I love that. I love Halloween and I love that. So cool. You get a nice big mirror, and look at how, I haven't swatched or anything yet, the imprints on these shadows. I mean, there's like my favorite, it's hard to pick a favorite, but I think the bats or the spider webs, even though I hate spiders and spiders webs, but look at the imprint on those. Isn't that just amazing? And they are infused with bilberry seed oil. And if you want to see the full ingredient list, you can look on their website, and they do have it listed out by color. I mean, they're just almost too pretty to swatch or use, but you know, we gotta use them. But oh, I love like that purple shimmer and then the pink shimmer. Those, by looking at them, well, I don't know. I would say like the imprint and how those look are my favorite, but then the greens, I mean, I'm excited. So what is bilberry seed? Maybe you knew, I didn't know. I had to look it up. It is a type of edible wild berry that is in the family of blueberries. It is a cousin of blueberries, a little bit smaller. And I know that sometimes, you know, bats can get a bad rap, but did you know that they actually help our ecosystem, and they are under threat of extinction? So Nomad is decided that they are giving 5% of the sales are going to be donated to Bat Conservation International, which is helping end the bat extinction. So I didn't realize that they were under extinction and that they really do help our ecosystem. We're going to start with the Mary King's Close, this one up here, and that is described as a matte spiced pumpkin. And I'm just going to put that in my crease and a little bit above, just kind of blending that back and forth. And I had never heard of Mary King's Close. Have you? It is located under buildings. It's a historical close located under buildings on the Royal Mile, which is in Scotland. And it took its name from one Mary King, a merchant who resided on the close in the 17th century. And it seems like the close is kind of just like saying like an area or a town, maybe like a town square, I think. You know what, I just realized I should zoom you in. So then the close was partially demolished and buried due to the building of the Royal Exchange in the 18th century. Okay, next I'm going in with Frankenstein. This orange color here, closed to the public for many years, and then the area just became kind of the urban legend of hauntings and murders. So I don't know, have you ever been there? Might have to put that on my bucket list. The Frankenstein color they describe as a matte jack-o'-lantern orange. They go on so nice. If you haven't tried Nomad Cosmetics, each of their palettes have a theme to them, and most of them are made with different ingredients, like different kinds of seed oil, grapeseed oil, different things like that. So they all are like consistent in the fact that so far what I've tried, they go on well, they blend well, they're creamy, easy to work with, but like they all have a little bit of a different, ingredient. Like this one has that bilberry seed. I'm gonna use Count Dracula, this one over here, which is described as a matte dried blood red. And I'm gonna use that to darken out the outer corner. So I'm just gonna, this is a Farrah brush, Fly Wings. I like doing where you just put it there and kind of up a little bit to make sure that I get it going upwards. And then I'm just going to kind of darken that over. So have you been to any haunted places? I like watching scary movies, and I like reading about like supernatural and haunted stuff. And I went to haunted houses in my younger years, but now I don't think I really want to. I'd rather just watch a movie about it. This is Boogeyman, this gold shimmer. This is described as Shimmer Autumn Gold. And I do not have any eye primer on underneath on my eyes. I wanted to just kind of see how they look without an eye primer, just to kind of give you guys an idea. I'm just lightly going on, tapping it on and blending. Just kind of curious what happens if I use a fluffy brush with the shimmer. Oh, usually that doesn't do anything, but it does add a little bit. I feel like it's a little bit brighter over here now. Let's see if that works over here too. Okay, yeah. So yeah, usually I feel like you don't get much payoff if you use a fluffy brush with shimmers, but I think that worked. What do you think? How are we liking this look? I like it. This is a clean, fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna go back and forth over here just to kind of blend out the harsh lines. All right, so what I'm gonna do is put on mascara, then finish my face, and I'll come back and show you the completed look number one. Look number one. Okay, so we're back for look number two. Now for this look, I'm going to start with Black Forest, that dark blue. And I have been to the Black Forest. It is in Germany. If I can find some pictures, I tried to look at the pictures that I have in my scrapbook. This was in '98 that I went, and I feel like I have improved a lot in my photography skills. So I'm going to have to, there wasn't really any good ones in my scrapbook. I'll just insert some pictures, what I found online. But it is a large forested mountain range in southwest Germany. And we didn't spend a whole lot of time in Germany. I'm just going to take a clean brush and just brush that, blend that out upwards. Historically, the area was known for forestry and mining, but tourism now is the primary industry. I'm pretty sure we kind of took a bus tour through it, if I remember right. I have no idea how you pronounce this, so this is another forest. That one right there. And I'm going to do that above, and just to use it to kind of blend out a little bit of shimmer. But yeah, I remember the Black Forest being you know, like it's just, it was really pretty in a, you know, and but like also spooky. I feel like anytime you kind of have a forest, like if it's, you know, tightly packed in, it can just give that like spooky vibe off, I feel like. I mean, I was there during the day. Okay, so now I'm doing a cut creep. It is said to be the world's most haunted forest. It is located in Romania, and it is named to be the Bermuda Triangle of that country. Ooh, with tons of paranormal activities and unexplained events. I feel like if I was, oh, I got way too much on that side. I feel like if I was going with a tour group during the day, I would like to go. But I would definitely not go on my own, and there would be no camping out at night. I'm gonna go back to the Black Forest just to kind of bring that over with a little bit of a fluffier brush than I was using before. And then also Big Bad Wolf, we're going to kind of put in the lower portion there. And I'd love to know also, have you ever been to any of these locations that are on here? The Black Forest is the only one I've been to. So now let's go into the Big Bad Wolf. Lay that down. It's like a grayish blue. So there's what it looks like when applying it with the brush. A tiny bit of fallout with these. The other colors I did not have any fallout with in look 1. Let's see. You get a little bit more of an opaque shimmer applying it with your fingers. Yeah, that definitely has some gray undertones. Now we're going to the catacombs. This metallic silver here. Those are located in Paris. Now I have been to Paris a couple times and I never went there. We read about them, but we never went. So what is the catacombs? Okay, so underground in Paris, about 20 meters deep, 243 steps to climb down into it, there is the catacombs. Now they were not open to the public until 1809, and what's there is over 6 million Parisians, the remains of them. Okay, so we're gonna take, I wanna see what this looks like if I do this like really just in the corner here. And you know, it is on a lot of people's bucket list to go there. Now I kind of wish we would have went, but I remember both times we went there, I mean, there was just so much to do, that there's so much to see that it was just, you know, hard to fit everything in. Oh, yeah. So in the 18th century, the cemeteries were overwhelmed, so bodies were not buried properly, which caused a disease to spread throughout the city, which caused more bodies. So they buried them underground. And it may seem harsh, but they said that that was like the only thing they could think of to help with the public health safety issue. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with, I'm gonna go back to this color, this haunted, or this forest one, and just tap that kind of almost to the inner portion of my lid. So you wanna hear another creepy story? As if, you know, being surrounded by the remains of people from years and years ago isn't creepy enough. There's actually been people who have passed while in the catacombs. So Philibert, but he was a doorkeeper of a hospital during the French Revolution, and it is said that he entered the catacombs in 1793 and never resurfaced. I'm just putting that on and then just kind of blending it in, but I'm wiping my fingers off in between so I don't transfer any of that bluish color on there. So his body was not discovered until 11 years later, and the cause of death is unknown. And what's kind of crazy is he was discovered right near the exit. So it makes you wonder, like, what happened, or is that where he wanted to pass? So he didn't leave intentionally, or what happened there? It's a really pretty color. This would probably be, oh, I'm gonna have to try this, because this would probably, I would guess, be a pretty highlight. For this section, we're gonna go in with Bloody Mary. And at first, I guess with the catacombs, they were just kind of putting the bodies down there. But then somebody, you know, they decided to get creative, and so they actually like made the bones into displays. So what do you think? Is that on your bucket list? So I got a dense brush here. We're gonna spray it. Okay, I'm talking about the Bloody Mary. So let me know, did you play that as a kid? I know I did, and I was scared to death. I feel like I was very scared of doing that, but I'm gonna go in with that one forest that I can't pronounce color. And whenever you wet the brush, you want to just go into one corner of the pan, because eventually it will change the consistency of the shadow. I want to get that pink just not quite over so much, so I'm just gonna kind of go over that and blend this into both the bluish gray and the other color, or in the pink. So yeah, if you don't know, I don't know if like in other countries was that a thing to do too when you were little, and I don't know if I'm in the Midwest, if that was like a regional thing, or, oh, I know it's not a regional thing, but just let me know. And if you're not aware, the legend is that a ghost or spirit, if you say Bloody Mary repeatedly while looking into the mirror, that then the ghost or spirit will appear. So where did this come from? I actually never knew. So from what I read, is it says that the ritual came from encouraging young women to walk up a flight of stairs backwards, holding a candle and a hand mirror in a darkened house. Like, okay, that sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. And then as they gazed into the mirror, they were supposed to be able to catch a view of their future husband's face. So that's, I guess, looking into the mirror, that's where that kind of started. Like with holding a candle, or, you know, in the dark. And it is said that you have to say her name 13 times to get her to come. I think we always, if I remember right, I think we always chickened out before saying it too many times, but I can't totally remember. I might have to ask one of my friends. And supposedly if she does appear, she will like yell at you and curse you out. That is the legend, at least. Okay, now I'm gonna clean off my brush, and I'm gonna do the same thing with the Bloody Mary color. So have you ever done that? Has that ever happened? Have you seen anything? Well, they say that it can be explained if you have seen something. That they say staring into a mirror in a dimly lit room for a prolonged period, they say, can cause hallucinations. Yeah, so you do get a little bit more, I mean, you get plenty of color without wetting the brush, but if you do want just a tiny bit more, see how this one is with the brush wetted, a wet brush. And that facial feature, like your own facial features, they say, with the hallucinations can kind of like melt or seem distorted, or seem like they disappeared. All right, so I'm just going to, again, take a fluffy brush and blend out up here. All right, so here is finished look number 2. What do you think? A little bit more colorful, but what do you think? I added some ColourPop colored eyeliner, a silver, a blue, and a pink one. And then I actually used a Bloody Mary for blush and that Haunted Forest that I can't pronounce for highlighter here. So I think that looks pretty nice. So what do you think? I feel like the tip of the iceberg with this palette. Yeah, because I need to use every color. I definitely need to do some more looks with this, so more looks will be coming either here in Instagram or over on my Instagram for sure. My Instagram handle is linked down below, and it's Staci Lee Beauty as well. So let me know your thoughts on Nomad Cosmetics formula, on the palette, on the haunted places or stories that I told today. Let me know your thoughts. And if you haven't already, I hope that you will consider hitting that subscribe button to join me here at least 3 times a week. And have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. And thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I really, really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. Bye.